What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Chief Freeze. I'm back with another video. Y'all know I gotta speak my piece. So stay tuned.
I can be a casino, chick, you can invest in me. Give me all you got to keep the best of me. She wants to you better like a star.
So first off, good morning to all of you. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. If not, I don't know what to tell you, whatever. So I know you guys have seen this video. I said what I said, I'm leaving all of this in 2018. It's time for new beginnings. So I just finished watching it. It's an hour-long video, and honestly, to me, it sheds light, but it's not light that I needed to see or hear for me to know what was actually going on. And so I needed to address it. I didn't need to address it, I wanted to address it. So let's talk about that thing. So at the beginning of the video, she actually goes through the explanation of from meeting Chrissy to getting pregnant to after Dominic is actually born. And she gives you like the perfect little timeline to tell you exactly, you know, what happened step by step. I left a comment on the page and I'm like, you know, there was no need for this video for you guys to actually paint or piece together what the hell is going on. I feel like a lot of y'all are nosy and a lot of y'all are just drama fed and y'all just want the drama. But it's clear, fucking clear to see that Chrissy is not interested in Dominic's life or Wick or whatever. She is more caught up on her girlfriend right now, on doing what she wants to do, on everything else. Like, for her to come and say, for her to even let it slip out of her mouth that she was procrastinating for 2 fucking years, and that's the reason why she didn't sign adoption papers or the birth certificate. Like, bitch, what? Like, how do you procrastinate on your child? How do you say, I knew we were gonna break up, I wasn't happy, but at the same time, I procrastinated because I knew we was gonna be together, I thought it. So which one was it? Like, to me, I already heard that. I already saw when she said she was procrastinating, and then it was like, wait, didn't she also say that she wasn't happy for that long? So you're telling me that you knew you wasn't happy, but you thought y'all was gonna be together forever. What? Like, you guys have got to stop it. Fucking stop it. I feel like a lot of you are confused. I feel like a lot of you are 100% on Chrissy's side, no matter what the actual reality of the situation is. And that's cool. If you want to be Team Chrissy, go for it. But you cannot deny the fucking facts. And I feel like a lot of you are denying the facts. Okay, Domo took Wick away from Chrissy. And without understanding, I understand a lot of you will be like, why the fuck would she do that? That's some bitter baby mama shit. But put yourself in the situation, okay? Now that you've seen the video, and I know a lot of you have, if you haven't, it'll be here. But put yourself in this situation. If you had a child with somebody and they did not want your child, now you hearing Domo say that Chrissy for 8 months after he was born, even when she was pregnant, she was not there. She ain't interested. She out doing her own thing. And then she's coming home like nothing ever happened. And then in the fucking hospital, she's sending pictures to another bitch of the baby. How, on what level of disrespect is that? But anyway, let's keep going with this narrative. She don't want you. She don't want the baby. She's in the hospital being disrespectful. She don't want to take pictures with the baby in the hospital with her family in the room. You now have the baby. She is going missing for 8 fucking months. And then she popped back up and she's like, okay, now I'm coming around to it. But she's still not 100% with it. And that's something that you can see. You have a child and your main thing should always be your child. I don't give a fuck what you think, okay? Like, don't be a dumb bitch ever. Your main priority is always going to be a child, especially if you birth that child. So this is what Domo is saying. Why would you want to put your child in a situation where he isn't wanted? I don't give a fuck who he is with or who she is with based on, your child, he or she. I don't give a fuck if that's the baby daddy, the other mother, the partner, whatever. I don't want my child to be in a situation where they aren't wanted. That's not good for the child's mental, and that's not good for the child's safety. When somebody is showing their true colors, you don't put your child's safety in the balance because, well, that's their mother or that's their father. Fuck all that, okay? Fuck all that. I'm not about to risk my child having any mental instability or being physically harmed because I have to do this because that's their other parent. No, until you show me that my child is always going to be safe, until you show me that you're going to pay attention to my child. And Domo has like when she said, how are you paying attention to my child when you're on the phone with your girlfriend all the time? Can y'all answer that question for those of you who are 100% supporting her? You can't. Motherfuckers can't even drive, okay? Motherfuckers can't even drive talking on the phone. So you're telling me that she's gonna have all the time in the world to pay attention to Wick and talk on the phone to Mila the whole time? You see how she acts with Mila. There is nothing else in the room. It's only Mila. Mila, whatever the fuck her name is. It's only her. When Chrissy and her are around, when Chrissy is talking to her, all she can focus on is Mila. She doesn't have time to focus on Dominic. She doesn't have time to focus on a baby and the girl at the same time. And I also agree with the fact that if I tell you that I'm gonna take my child away from you and you really care, why the fuck wouldn't you act like it? Let's be honest. If you had a baby with somebody and you 100% cared for that baby, you cared about their safety, you cared about how they would feel about you when they got older, and somebody said, you know what, I'm upset with this shit, I'm tired of your shit, I'm taking my child away from you, you would fight for it. It ain't always gotta be about how people view it. And the fact that she only responds when it's about how people view it, she only acts when social media is involved. Domo says, oh, well, I told her a long time ago that I was taking Wig away. Told her that. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck until Domo actually put it on social media. And now it's like, whoa, you taking the baby away? Like, how's Chrissy feeling about this? And then y'all go to Chrissy and you're like, she's taking Wig away from you. Like, you don't feel some kind of way? And she's like, oh, wait, I gotta feel some kind of way because if I want to ride this social media train, I gotta act like I give a fuck for them, so it makes her look bad for taking him away. But like I said, wholeheartedly believe that I'm not gonna put my child's safety in the balance, and if you don't give a fuck, then I don't want that attitude around my kid, no matter what. So I don't blame Domo for doing that. Now, as far as how the relationship went, and a lot of y'all are like, if she wasn't really happy, why paint the picture? But think about it. I know a lot of you guys have. I've been in relationships where it was like, you don't want, especially in a situation where people are telling you constantly, that ain't working out. She ain't really feeling it. It's a problem. If you really are feeling that person, you don't want to paint the picture that everybody already sees. Your main priority is to make a believer out of everybody else, even if you're not believing the shit yourself. And it's stupid, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's the smart thing to do. It's very stupid. But when you're in love with somebody, the shit just happens. You're gonna have your weak moments for that person. That's how it works. That's what it is. So I 100% believe that she was just having weak moments. She was in love with Chrissy. Even if Chrissy wasn't in love with her, Domo was in love with Chrissy. And so she was weak to the point where there was nothing else she could possibly do. She felt like she needed her. She was having a baby with her. The baby, she had to be in the baby's life. And as toxic as that thought is, I'm so glad that eventually, clearly now, she has come out of that, because it's dangerous and it sucks to actually feel that way, to feel worthless, to feel like you need somebody in your life because of whatever reason. But at the same time, when you are feeling that way, you don't want to prove people right. You don't want to show that, you know, it is failing. You don't want to feel like a failure, especially when you're in love. You don't want to feel like a fucking failure. Everybody could be telling you, sending you signs, showing you that the person ain't in love with you, and you're like, you know what? I don't want to fail. There is no need for me to fail right now. I'm going to show that I'm winning. So I'm going to paint this picture and put this image in people's head that we are perfect. We are good. Because failing is not an option. You don't want people to actually see that it ain't working. So you paint this picture for people to see, solely for your own purposes. Honestly, I feel like people shouldn't give a fuck whether you feel or not. If the relationship ain't working, the relationship just ain't fucking working. And that's just what it is. But people really do care. Domo will 100% get in another relationship eventually. It won't be this year. It clearly, because this year's almost over. It could be in 2019. She could possibly find somebody where she falls in love with them and she's willing to take the time. But honestly, when she says, you know, YouTube thing done, I agree. I agree. When you get to know somebody and you try to open up a YouTube page with them, it's hectic because you have to keep up a persona of perfection, because you guys eat relationships on YouTube the fuck up, okay? You guys are invested in their lives, and don't get me wrong, they put it out there for you guys to invest, but when the shit go wrong, you guys are eating it up. So it's important to either play a role and make it all look perfect all the time, or just not do it at all. Don't put it on YouTube at all, because you guys are there for it, okay? You're there for the drama, you're there for the ups, you're there for the downs. That's just how it works in this YouTube community when it comes to relationships. As far as Mila goes, how the fuck are you laying up with somebody who is acting like they have no responsibilities in the world and you're okay with it? You knew when you got with her that she had a baby with Domo. I don't give a fuck how you feel about Domo. This is a child. A whole fucking child. And you're laying up with her like, yeah, okay, I know you're not taking care of your kid. It's cool. So it makes me believe that when the cameras are off, Chrissy is also showing Mila that she don't give a fuck. There's no way that your significant other can be like, I don't give a fuck about your child. And if they do say that they don't give a fuck about your child, it shouldn't be your significant other. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care if you think they're the finest motherfucker walking. If they come into your life and you got a child and they're like, I don't give a fuck about your kid. If they're not trying to see you do better for your child, it's a problem. And the fact that they're together and she knows the whole situation and she's not trying to push Chrissy to take care of her child lets me know that she don't give a fuck about Wick. Which further lets me know that when she don't give a fuck about Wick, that Chrissy don't give a fuck about Wick, and Domo is correct. Wick don't need to be in their life. It doesn't need to happen. When I say that a lot of you are just being nosy when it comes to the situation, like, read between the lines, guys. Sometimes it's not okay to assume, but in this situation, you could just take a good ass assumption that Chrissy is not interested in Wick at all. And she shows it. There's no fucking way that anybody's gonna take my child away from me and I'm not gonna put it into action. We going there. There's no way that I would have a child with somebody willingly and not sign the birth certificate, not adopt this child immediately. There's no way that I would let somebody get pregnant with my child if I wasn't 100% ready for that. When Domo came and presented this information to Chrissy, I don't know why, I drugged that shit out. But when she told her, you know, I want to have a baby, if Chrissy wasn't ready for it, she should have chucked the deuces and kept it moving. The fact that she stayed around let me know that it was all about clout. She knew she still had to get her followers, and how bad would it make her look as a person for her to be like, okay. she about to have this baby. She about to go on social media and tell him that she's gonna have a baby without me. And I'm leaving because I don't want a baby. That was gonna look really bad on her. And she wasn't gonna get what she needed, which was the money, the clout, the followers, all that. She had to pretend. The whole situation is crazy. And the breakdown of the situation is even worse. Like, just seeing Domo, like, in the state, when she's talking about it, she just goes there. And it's emotional. It hurts to think that you spend all this time with this person, getting to know them, and you tell them, you know, I want to have a baby. To have them reject you then, and you still do it, and then they reject you the entire time that you're pregnant, they're cheating on you, they're leaving, they're acting like there's nothing, then for you to actually have the baby and they reject the baby and still reject you, that sucks. And for you to get to the point where you feel so worthless. And this is for people in a situation with a kid, and for people where you're in a relationship and you are just in love with that person and you feel worthless. It all sucks. And it hurts. And I hate it for anybody who's in that situation. But take the lesson, okay? Once you get out of the situation, if you get out of the situation, take the lesson, learn from the lesson, and don't let it happen again. Ever. Don't ever let anybody make you feel less of a person. Don't ever let anybody make you feel worthless. You will find better. It don't matter if it's a better look. It don't matter if it's a better personality. There will be better. And sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone to find better, but there will be better. That person is not the end of the world for you. And don't spend your entire life trying to make somebody love you, because it ain't gonna work. Either they love you or they don't love you. And you can put your whole life savings, your entire emotion, your whole body into loving somebody, but if they don't fuck with you like that, you wasting your time. So I tell Domo, and anybody else who's watching this video who's in a situation similar. Learn from this lesson, move forward, don't let it happen again. You could absolutely get into another relationship and get fucked over too, but you will know your worth in that situation. It happens. Life happens. Just because you've been done wrong twice, and this one hurts a lot, you can absolutely get done wrong again. But know your worth. Know where you stand. Don't let it affect you as deeply anymore. Know that it's time to pack up, chuck the deuces, or know when it's time to be like, you know what? Let's talk through it. Let's fix it. Let's figure it out. Because sometimes it is worth figuring it out. Sometimes it's worth fixing. Sometimes you just gotta chuck the deuces. Sometimes you know when it's just like, you know what? You got it. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about this video. If you haven't seen it, like I said, the link is, earlier on in this video. Hit that link, check it out. Make sure you subscribe to my page, because why the fuck not? Subscribe. We got videos coming out for you. I got videos coming out for you. Them waves coming out for you soon. But you don't know me, so don't judge my motherfucking life. I'm not this bitch. Deuces.
I can be a casino, shake it, can invest in me. Give me all you got to get the best of me. She wants to, she better like a star.